Oh, I'm fully not recording. Oh, what? I'm fully not recording. What? Yeah, God damn it.
Down the Toobs.
Okay, so.
That's fucking bullshit. Let me catch you up to speed.
No, okay, yeah, just kind of.
Brendan was spinning signs in Duarte.
Oh,
Now
you're
he's
gonna go right
selling
for the
ads.
dogs again? Oh my god! What the hell? You know what? As long as
Okay,
we're doing
let's
this,
just say this. Let's just say this. Brendan works in television now.
Yeah, well, let's
He
just say
works in
this.
television.
Don't even say that. What the hell?
He's in imports and exports.
You know what's
That's
funny
what I'll
is that
say.
like because of the.
He runs a group of Indian men.
What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
They outsource. It's not a good what you do, man. It's not good what you do.
Yeah, let's air it out. Let's air it out. We all have a problem with what Brendan does for a living.
It's just we're gonna have like a reply all arc where we do a racial reckoning and we realize that you're the bad one and we shut down because of it. Do you know what I'm
So
saying?
what reply all what they did?
Yeah. Do you
Here's
remember
the thing
that?
about reply all.
imploded?
Here's the thing about reply all. It did suck when they like it immediately became bad. And here's what I'll say. I'm sure you know that because.
Oh, when they did that?
Yeah, I'm just saying that like it's almost bad. Like it sucks because I'd love for a podcast, like a big podcast like that, to do some like crusade thing, and then it's great, you know. And they just really made it look bad because they do this thing, and then it was just bad after.
Oh yeah, no one listens.
Right, like the
afterwards.
podcast was unfortunately worse after.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
That's
now
a bummer, yeah.
it's fuel for anyone to go like, I like the show when it was
Yeah,
based, when reply all was all
right.
based and red pilled. Now it's
Yeah.
all progressive.
I'm
but
PJ Voigt.
I haven't.
I'm fucking Alex Mueller.
I'm
Whatever the heck
PJ
my
Voigt.
name is.
Honestly,
I did a Tumblr.
Isn't it vote?
I haven't listened to it in like.
I'm PJ Voigt, and I'm
actually
Alex
John
Tumblr.
Voight's- I'm John Voight's son.
I'm kind of unaware of all this stuff because I think I listened to it like 2 times 6 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you
I don't
guys are talking
think in
about, but
podcasts like that.
I don't like, you know.
Yeah, you like
For the
you like-
listener, I mean,
you're-
the listener knows I'm spending most of my time
Here's
these
the
days
thing.
You're
getting
more-
Folks,
grounded.
welcome to
getting
Down the Tubes.
grounded.
We've been trying to record.
You're more of a 99% invisible guy.
No, I had
You
to
love
stop listening.
Radio Lab, don't you, Sam? You love getting in a big work truck and listening to Radio Lab.
He
I
did.
barreling down
I did 6 years ago when I worked that one job.
Those are all entry level podcasts. Everyone has to go through them
Well,
to
also,
get to the stuff
can I
like
just say-
this.
can I just
It's
say,
pure garbage?
Like what, like 2013
I'm
or
just
something?
used to, like,
there weren't that many
maybe
options.
earlier.
You can't play old podcasts.
It
while
smells
we're
like a thousand. It smells like 1,000
podcasting.
Well, I'm just trying to rebuild what we did.
Smells like a
We
1,000
also-
dwarves.
Well, I was going to try and find the thing where you said, I was going to try and find the moment where you said, I always thought BIPOC meant bisexual, people of color. And then he was going to start this one with that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like when I bring stuff up. You don't like when I
No,
bring
I
up
don't
stuff
even know
from
what
what
you're
happened in the
talking
first
about.
recording that we weren't recording. You don't like when I bring it
No,
up.
we don't
you
like
do-
it.
You like
No.
bringing up the doxing.
I'm
Here's
freeze
the
up-
thing. I
I'm
think
freeze up
I
on
think
you. I hate
person.
that shit.
I think person of color
I think
might go the way
personhood-
of colored person. I think that.
Yeah, you're a genius, dude.
Starting
No
out.
one's ever thought that, and you're a genius.
I'm really. Well, I
You're
wrote
just
that
doing
down.
the hits. You're just doing the kind of red-pilled left guy hits. I'll tell you what. I think this whole identity politics thing, it's a bit tired for my liking.
It's too
What
much.
is this? What type of Zin is this? Is this a 3 or a 6?
6.
Oh, this is a 6, baby.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that.
Woo.
It's mixing with my Sudafed. I'm basically not sick anymore. Once you Zin up on a 6.
Oh,
Look
I
at
might-
how... Here's what's
I'm
crazy.
telling you right now, if you come to the job and you're rocking 6s, everyone laughs at you, dude.
Why is that?
Rocking 3s, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh,
Well, check
yeah.
this out.
If you have 3s,
Look
everyone's
how
like,
good my mic
yeah,
technique is. Like, I'm in a
should go
pretty
home,
bad
dude.
mic
There's no work for you
situation,
today.
and I'm hugging it. I'm always talking into it 360.
yeah.
Jack, his mic technique, he likes to kind of swing it around above his head, make lassos out of it. And shit. No,
Rodeo.
I want to hold the mic.
Yeah,
I
kind
wanna
of a
hold the
rodeo
mic.
star.
Like a true comedian,
My beer's unopened.
yeah.
And my beer's unopened.
It's twisted.
like a child's.
Come on, man.
Come
You
on.
gotta.
It's Miller High Life, dude.
Holy
Let's
shit.
forget that happened, you know. Now I'm all paranoid that like now I almost want to go check the camera again. Should I? Just
You
what?
could. I mean,
maybe,
Sam
yeah,
will hold
go-
it.
Yeah,
will-
you-
we can
you
hold
guys
down
can
the
hold
fort.
down.
Yeah, we can definitely hold it down.
You guys hold it down just for like a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you think LGBTQ
Okay.
stands
I don't want
for?
to do.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the
kidding.
thing.
That was
Here's
a
the
joke.
thing. The LGBTQ plus fucking
I-
a hash mark
IA2 Spirit.
IRS.
I'm not
Two-spirit.
gonna file
Yeah,
a
about
federal
that.
tax income return this year.
We Yeah, well, what happened, you guys, if you're a little confused, basically they banned menthols and we became Republicans. Basically, they banned menthols and we're like, you know what? Fuck this whole thing.
Yeah, you can't get.
Is that
you
just
can't get-
California did that, or do we know any other states that maybe
Well, I'll tell
are
you this,
on
this
board
is-
with that?
let
New
me-
York seems
I
like
bet
the
New
kind
York's
of
gonna
place.
go
I
that
like
way.
to be a smart guy. I like to fancy myself a smart guy. I'm not. Let's say this. When I saw that, I just assumed the whole country was like that immediately. I just when I saw it in the gas station.
No, not
I know,
IL.
I'm a dumbass.
I mean, California likes
passes
to
stuff
think
all
of
the time.
themselves. California likes to think of themselves as like the leader and like kind of
Yeah,
example.
on stuff like that.
But this
Do
one
I sound? Maybe I'm just sick. I feel like
You
my.
sound sick.
sounds
Do I
sick.
sound? But do I?
Oh.
My audio sounds okay though.
No,
No, you sound
your
like
voice sounds
shit.
bad. It sounds.
Yeah.
No, but the audio coming through the mic sounds.
Well,
okay.
you sound like John Q got beat up
guys. I just want to shoot myself in the head, like so bad.
with what, a gun?
Yeah, just like a fucking.
Good luck
big-
trying to get one of those.
Yeah.
Here.
It's fucking wrong. It's the
California.
wrong state.
I
dude.
do like wrong. Yeah, you can't even commit suicide with a gun in California anymore.
Seriously, I mean, they're taking our rights away.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'd
That is
ask
true.
Mr.
First,
Beast.
first it's the Newports. Next it's gonna be our guns. I'm telling you right now.
One of my friends was
We
like,
gotta
they
ask
should ban semi-auto in the U.S. But you know what? I just realized the one thing you could still do with a single shot is you could kill yourself with it. That's like
Yeah.
the one right that would still be protected.
If you get the shot right.
right. It's going to be the people who it takes two, they're going to have a way worse time.
That's true.
Single shot, you're saying just like you
I'm
have to
getting lit up
reload?
on this 6, dude. I'm normally banging threes. I keep them in for 5 minutes. I'm lit on this.
You know who I think could bring menthols back? Mr. Beast. I think we could. Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast is like, I'm going to give $1 million to every California legislator until they unban menthols. Every day that menthols are still banned, I'm going to throw $1 million
That would
in the
seem-
trash.
That would seem to like because his
I'm gonna
audience
burn $1 million
his
in a
audience is
fireplace.
his
Mr.
audience is like 12-year-olds, right?
right.
And so
And
that
me.
would be good for them
12-year-olds and
because
me.
all the candy flavors could come back.
Well, I
and the
always
kids
love-
could have their flavors.
Has
too.
he ever? He's kind of considerate a little bit, right? Like he's not the one who did. I feel like it was a prank show that would just. He doesn't like do anything bad. Like he doesn't go to like day laborers and say like
No.
I'll give you $100 or something. Does he? I feel like that's a lesser prank channel thing to do.
He's just kind of interminable.
Oh, I saw him. He took a wheelbarrow full of pennies to a Jeep dealership and bought a Jeep with pennies. And I actually, as
to
much
be a
as I,
dick?
as
Well,
much
but-
as I don't really like relate to car salesmen as like the,
Thank you for
proletariat,
prefacing like
the proletariat. I was kind of like, this seems kind of out of hand. You know?
Well, it's like you're
That's
like
rude.
I'm gonna pin,
That's just plain rude, buddy.
buddy. Mr. Beast, you're rude.
Yeah, you make those
We
people count.
recreated.
Most of it was like them being like, yeah, I guess we'll take pennies, and like they were kind of like demoralized by it, which
I
is
think
kind of
car
funny. I
salesmen
guess
can be
actually.
quite demoralized. It's like you're either on the tops or on the bottoms. I don't think there's a lot of
Yeah.
in between on that job.
Yeah, but
I mean, a
then
Jeep
you and then
salesman though in
Mr.
the U.S. whew,
Imagine having
That's
a
a
horrible
hot job.
day and you have a quota. You have a
Yeah.
quota.
Still getting that cable noise. It's okay. We tried.
It's okay.
Oh, I
your
wanted the
body.
tape again.
Imagine having a quota. Your boss is breathing down your neck. You haven't sold any like Ford
you have a
F-150s.
You have a pectus excavatum.
You
It's
have
just sad.
this excavatum and you can't deal with it. And you're eating
You have a
cereal out of it.
chestnut.
You're eating cereal out of it to impress your friends. And then
You're a car
dealership?
salesman. You're a car salesman with a chest dent who brought his lunch to work.
and you have to eat it out of your chest dent. And your buddies are all there. I thought you
Right.
did
All
take
the
that
other
already.
all the other car salesmen, they come up to you and they're like, "You have to eat it out of your chest, man.
Yeah.
Eat your lunch out of your chest."
Here we
Yeah,
brought
'cause that one day
we
we're-
brought an ottoman you could put your legs up on so you could lean back and eat it
It's
out
like
of your
one
chest.
day he
dent.
like showed everyone his vacation photos, and everyone just immediately ignored the vacation.
Everyone was like,
you know,
"This vacation sucks."
you have a
No,
chest
no, I'm just
dent.
saying like they all saw
saw
him in just some board shorts, and they're like, "Oh, you have a chest dent." No one even saw like the Hawaiian backdrop. Everyone's just like, "Oh fuck, dude, now he's fucked." They're all trying to make him eat Cheerios out of his
dent.
Here's the thing: if you have a
excavatum.
chest dent, which I have a small one,
Oh, shut up! Don't
If you
steal
get-
chest vent. Chest vent.
chest vent.
I'll put a chest.
I have a
vent in
pectus
there.
excavatum, Brandon. Don't steal my
You don't.
valor, dude.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Look, you've got tons of other stuff wrong with your body. Why you got a big duck spine? Why claim pectus excavatum?
Yeah.
There's
a
a different
I
word
do
for
look
that.
like
No,
Widowmaker.
you're there's a word for that. Interior something, interior tilt or something.
Oh, it's all filled in by body hair though. You're fine. No one can
Yeah,
see.
no,
that.
Well,
you
now
don't-
No one can
got-
see through that.
Yeah, I got hair. God gave me hair, but before God didn't give me any hair when I was like
I
12,
am gonna check the cam.
and I could have eaten a small amount of
You
cereal
guys can
out of
hold it down.
But then I remember at camp there was this kid that had a real chest dent, and I was like, yeah, that makes me feel a lot better. That thing is
Yeah, so
like a crater, dude.
I had a friend that had a pretty
like a
extreme
moon
one.
crater.
I had a friend that had a pretty extreme one. He was pretty self-conscious about it. I can see
sucks.
why. I mean, people
Yeah.
make fun of it.
It's kind of cool.
Oh, Brendan. No, she's asleep. Wow. She's sleeping.
None the wiser. The
Whoa.
cat's not going to
Sleeping
DoorDash
baby.
because she doesn't even
Oh, wait.
know.
She's waking. Her eyes are opening. Okay, good.
She's smelling the outdoor breeze.
Cool.
Anyway, imagine your boss is breathing down your neck. You haven't sold any F-150s,
Yeah.
and here comes this young
You have some residual
billionaire prick.
ranch dressing in your
You have
Chest
ranch
cavity.
dressing in your chest cavity
from lunchtime.
from your exploitative lunch,
Yeah.
and here comes a fucking asshole in a barrel full of fucking pennies.
Monkeys. We bought a Jeep with a barrel of monkeys.
We forced the guy to take it.
Each one of these is worth a half penny. You know, you could take 2 million.
I would love if he got slightly more sinister with his kind of stuff. Like he paid down people's mortgages, but he made them do like
I think
really terrible
he
stuff.
kind of does do stuff like that. Like people accuse him of like, you know, he's like, I'll give you $1 million if you kiss your mom, and then they do it. And he's like, because he would. For $1 million.
I would kiss my
wouldn't.
mom.
Yeah, you fucking.
Well,
would.
now
Because
kiss her
you're in
every
love
day.
with your
Now
mom.
he's
You're in love
I
with
kiss
your
her
mom.
every.
He's kinda
Every
moving-
guy is in love
This
with his
was
mom.
cool. I remember
Every
this
guy.
one time.
He's moving into new territory where he can see what he can cut with paper.
There's not even cash involved with that.
It's
Is
just
that
an
like a
Apple. I'm just saying that
CD?
we're looking right at a thumbnail right now where
He's using his.
it's like he's gonna like slice an apple with
Well,
some
Sam, you'll like this little moment.
a red delicious.
We were watching The Sopranos once,
Nice.
and
Wow.
well, I'm doing the hits as we discussed, and
Cool guy. BIPOC watching Sopranos.
Jack was like, wow, Mr. fucking College over here knows what BIPOC means, and he watches The Sopranos. Yeah, you think you're so book smart, huh?
Yeah.
I bet you got a 3 in your lip, huh? You got a 3 MGs in your lip, don't you?
you don't know how to drive a bobcat around and lift up.
You probably wouldn't even know what to do with a Kubota, dude. You got a 3 in your lip? You'd mess up a Kubota.
You ever seen an excavator in real life?
You ever seen a Pectus excavator? Thing they fix the chest with. I'm a surgeon.
The other side.
I'm a surgeon. Look out. I'm driving it.
Myself.
I guess I'm kind of looking at this as a sort of rebirth opportunity.
I
Oh.
quit my job and flew to Scotland with no money or plans or friends.
This is day one of me exercising every day.
I've really gone to
Oh, it's Google.
farm. Turned in my 2-week notice. I just took the leap.
I'm unemployed.
Turning my 2-week notice.
I'm homeless now.
I sell illegal vape carts in California.
Oh my god, this is really awesome.
Oh, they got that dancing guy.
almost anything with paper? I didn't know. Snap a car.
I didn't know.
That's false. Make a knife blade
Whoa.
out of milk. That's illogical. In this video, we're going to be answering the weirdest questions on the internet. This is an
They're
explosive
standing in a
baseball
room that
bat.
has like LED strip halfway through it and the internet guy.
What?
And that's it. Very, very dystopian.
27 caliber rifle blanks.
They're going Mythbusters on it, huh?
50 milliseconds.
Oh,
They're going Jamie Heineman.
did the drone hit the T? It cut before we saw it. I need answers!
That is a very important question.
You think Mr. Beast ever fucking
Alright,
cuts it up and
wow.
like drinks too
think-
many GTs?
You think Mr. Beast ever just goes fucking AWOL and kills like a street worker or
a
something?
woman? Yeah.
Probably, he's killed.
Doing some science stuff.
Does he like? Has he ever like
I would think no, but it
racked
looks
some
like it's
cat?
actually
and, like,
working.
gone
This is
too
like a
hard
perfect-
at
This
isn't
all
working,
comes
Jack.
around.
at Zozos?
This kind of all comes around because now he's just doing Mythbusters. It's perfect for 12-year-olds. It all kind of it's cyclical, you know.
I think I do like the idea though with the menthols. Like I like the idea that Mr. Beast goes from doing money stuff like giving one person a bunch of money to
They
like
didn't tell us how much
forcing
that
through
weighed, though.
policy. Like he's like,
we're
gonna-
force it and stop.
we're gonna take money from Ukraine every day until the White House does
Which
fucking universal health care.
Nice.
Get that in.
Yeah.
What did
Sounds
you
cool.
guys think BIPOC meant
with a
when you
rubber
first
band.
heard it?
Bisexual person of color.
People on con.
For like a second, for just a split second, I thought that.
People like people on con.
I don't know. Groups want representation. Certain groups. It's just for a second I thought that. Anyways, I don't know why we're bringing it up again. It's not.
Yeah, we don't need to talk
It's
about
not
it.
funny.
It's not funny.
It was funny 2 weeks ago, but it's not funny to you now.
You're stupid. They are. I should have known this.
We were watching The Sopranos, and Jack was like, I almost, Carmela, she's kind of attractive, And I'll say this, I was gonna do a joke where I said, isn't it crazy that The Sopranos is so good? The Sopranos is so good that you look at Edie Falco and you're like, would absolutely. That's how good the show is.
Right.
But anyway, he said that, and then I said, she kind of looks like your mom, and she's kind of reminiscent of your mom,
No.
and looks like her and is
Not
reminiscent
true.
of her. And then the person we were with agreed, and then Jack just kind of fell silent for the rest of the show.
That's a normal reaction. I feel
be
like
in love
I've,
with
you
your
know,
mom?
No. To be like, oh, that's kind of weird, and kind of examine that as Jack.
Yeah. As Jack,
I've worked with
as
guys.
me.
I've worked with guys that are totally fine saying like, yeah, my wife, she reminds me so much. She's just like my mom, so I had to marry her. And it's like, that's so interesting that
crazy.
you. That's so interesting
That's
that you.
good. That's beautiful human behavior.
I
don't know. It gives me pause.
I may be the one guy who isn't.
It
I
gives
just have
me
none of
hands.
that. I have no attachment like that to my mom in a way, but we know why that is.
You were severed.
You're
Because I'm a
abandoned.
papa's boy.
You're a papa's boy. And you
Homosexual reproduction.
Yeah, no.
Who
You're
did-
homosexual
Here we
reproduction.
go.
Who did Prometheus?
I'm
He
glad
did
we brought
Promethean download.
He did a Promethean on you.
This
He
is
just picked his brain
something
out.
we've definitely never talked about on the pod before.
It's weird too.
We
I
might
do.
not have,
I do imagine your dad to be like that slick, that like guy that gets out of the spaceship in Prometheus.
And kind of coming full circle,
yeah.
he's an African drummer.
Yeah.
There you go.
So he's
I
pretty.
don't know if I'd
he's
call
pretty
my dad
grounded.
an African drummer. I think people might think that meant something else if I said that.
What do you mean he beats
What do
on
you
the
mean?
drums of Africa? Why? What else would you call that? A guy who drums African style?
Does your
Honestly,
dad do
that
any?
would be close.
Does your dad do any belly dancing crossover?
Yeah, no,
He
yeah,
does.
that's like
Yes?
the perfect
Okay.
sort of Napa thing. Is like
Cool.
if you have like a percussion group in Napa long enough, you hook up with like some group of moms who do a belly dancing
Yes.
troupe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's happened. So the exact thing that you're describing, they're like, "Oh, this will be so sick. We'll perform it. This sick like
Well,
Napa
similarly-
Valley venue, and like the belly dancers will be there, and they're all like 45-year-old women, and they're all like moms of friends that I know
Yeah.
and have, and
We grew up in a similar area, so I
Sounds
know
nice.
the exact. They always find each other.
it'd be
You know?
nice to see your mom belly dancing. Wouldn't
The djembe guys always find the belly dancing ladies. You know,
The djembe.
They
The
do.
djembe calls them.
that's what happened here. I saw
yeah,
that
it
shit.
does call them. It does call. What's funny because my dad like.
Calls to them.
Because I just am employed by my dad unofficially as his like band like marketer. I do the website. I just do all of it.
For how much pay?
Often zero.
All
He'll
right.
shoot me a couple bucks and he gave birth. He's not stingy with me. I would say but he does. He will ask for stuff that he doesn't get is like really expensive. If you
Yeah.
have, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I can
he'll be like,
imagine.
Brendan, make me a website, and
Yeah.
then I'll spend hours doing it and hours and hours, and he'll be like, here's $100, which is great, right?
Yeah, sure.
But not in the perspective of like spending like a week every day of being like a guy who makes websites like a job,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say one time.
guys.
One time, my grandfather.
Man, I was
had-
going to start something too, but
Oh,
yeah,
you
go
were?
ahead. Yeah, no, please.
Well,
This
it kind of
is
it's a bit of a tie-in.
Yeah.
It was at his 80th birthday.
good. Yeah.
No noise on the line.
A little bit of noise on the line, kind of.
It was at my grandpa's 80th or 85th birthday, I think. I only knew him and he's just kind of far gone and I couldn't really talk to him. Anyway, he had belly dancers there and he loved them. He loved them so much.
Well, I had,
And he was
similar
like-
to your, I knew about the belly dancer. What were you going to say?
I was going to say he talked to me as a brief, cogent moment that he had. And we didn't have a lot of talking between each other before he kind of just was over the hill. But he's like, what do you think of these belly dancers? Nice. And it's just they were kind of dancing near the tables while we were eating food. And it was a beautiful thing.
Can we talk about your mom in the museum?
Which one?
The LGBT museum?
Yeah, sure.
Well, this is what's funny
Yeah.
to me. This is a funny. So I just saw my dad for the holidays, and what's funny to me is like, so with these older libs, like boomer libs, I like that they like can't fake it really. Like they can't fake being progressive because you can't undo growing up in the 50s and 60s, you know? Because like my dad is like the Tucker Carlson watching dad for Democrats. And so he loves CNN and MSNBC. So he'll say this stuff that like, I know he just doesn't get it, like what he's saying. Because he'll say like kind of progressive lines. Like he'll be like, you know, he'll talk about like trans rights or something. And which good, but I just know he doesn't. Because then if an organic thought comes out, if something just kind of
totally
spontaneously comes out, it's like, oh, this guy was born in 1950. I see that because like we were watching, like your mom's like an older living, same thing. It's like she's all progressive stuff like that, but then she's talking about this spending bill. She's like, and then they're making this museum for the LGBT. It's like that seems unnecessary. You don't really need them. Like what? They don't get a museum. Everyone else gets a museum. You don't get a gay museum. They should get a museum. That seems normal to me. You would expect that on the fucking Washington.
But she has
Mall
a problem talking about Paul DePape.
Well,
candidly.
Well,
and the truth of what he is and what he did.
She's saying that there's a Nancy Pelosi memorial building,
right? And that's
something.
reasonable. It's reasonable that they're going to honor Nancy Pelosi. They're going to name some building after. That's good. But
which is surprising to me about your mom. I guess she's cool with that part, right?
No,
yeah,
she doesn't like.
Oh,
that.
she doesn't like the memorial.
Oh, okay.
No.
But it's not as. But you could just tell when she was listing off the things in the spending bill. She's like, yeah, you know, they got this stuff, the Ukraine and Nancy Pelosi. And they got this gay museum they're building. And similarly, I was watching TV with my dad and an ad for one of those like drugs that treats
PrEP,
AIDS. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but it wasn't.
God, we just had a whole thing about this.
Well, I would have to look into it because I don't think it's the same as PrEP. It might be, but PrEP is supposed to help prevent you from contracting it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's a whole class of drugs now that are like, if you have HIV, you take them to treat it.
Like Biktarvy?
Like Biktarvy. I think it might have been Biktarvy. And then like, if it becomes undetectable, scientifically,
it sounds like an old-timey baseball player.
I believe this is a true thing. I believe that this is true. They do need a name.
I think, he did. He was a pitcher, right?
I think
in the note.
Was he positive?
Biktarvy?
Yeah, he was in the no run. He was in the no run era.
So
the no homer era. He was
the no homo era.
The no homo.
He was during the no homo
hold on,
era.
I'm not saying that.
He's not saying
Biktarvy, great ball player.
Great ball
and
player.
it's so impressive.
He shut
that
them out.
He was in during the no homo era. He kind of broke that barrier, is what I'm saying.
Right. Gay barrier rights. Now.
Homer.
So he. Wow. Oh
What-
yeah. So
what
there's this
did
whole
he
thing
do?
where these drugs can reduce your level of HIV stuff. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. We were watching a Biktarvy and my dad was like, "I'm gay," and that just really threw me for a loop. You know, Brendan, I'm gay.
He decides that's the perfect moment to tell you. I
He
like
says,
that.
Brendan, you watching this? I'm gay.
I'm taking this.
But it can reduce your some sort of thing I don't understand, but basically like the stuff, the HIV in your blood or something, it can reduce it to a level it's undetectable, meaning like if you took a test, it would say you don't have it.
Oh,
and
right.
if it becomes undetectable, I believe this is scientifically proven that
You no longer
you can't pass it on.
Yeah.
That's like a whole thing. It's like
Wow,
if you take
yeah.
these drugs,
You technically do not have it in a.
you can't pass on HIV.
That's
if
pretty
you're taking this and you're
incredible,
undetectable. Okay, so they talk about that in the ad, and then my dad just goes, "Man, I don't think they should advertise this." And I said, "What?" I said, "What?" And he's like, "Cause you know, like they don't really know that it does that, and they shouldn't say that." I'm like,
Is that
So
the real
you
reason,
think-
though? You know, like
you think that a drug that treats HIV, they shouldn't advertise it because it's gonna like
And maybe-
encourage people
maybe they
with
should-
HIV to like
to have sex.
like what are you saying? It was just such an
right to
obvious,
live sort of a normal life,
right. And
maybe.
so what
Yeah.
he's saying, and that's what I'm saying is like so anything spontaneous, it's gonna be him growing up when he did. And so I'm sure in his brain still, it's like when it came out and people are like, oh, what if you get it sitting next to a guy or something? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think that's still sort of in his head because I don't think my dad learned new stuff after like 1980. I think he was done with that.
You're thinking he's thinking like, oh, they're gonna take this shit and then I'm gonna get it from a drinking fountain.
I'm saying, yeah, like I think that subconsciously, in
Because
a way
right
that,
now, all the gay guys with AIDS, they stay inside.
They don't use the drinking
I know.
They
I
don't
was
go
just
out.
like, I was arguing him in this way, not like, oh, you're wrong, like you're homophobic. I was just like, I don't even get what you're saying. You're saying they shouldn't be allowed to talk about the drug existing. I don't even.
Well, it
even
sort
if
of
you
feels
thought
like
that.
it sort of feels like the classic. They can do whatever they like, but just don't kiss in front of me.
Yeah, he said some.
Just don't take Big Tarvey in front of me.
Well, that's like a classic. That is like you'll hear a lib saying that.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying is he purports to be so.
Right.
And
Well,
if CNN,
a boom lib.
Sorry,
if CNN said
big
had a
boom lib.
segment, if MSNBC had a segment on Big Tarvey where they're like, Trump hates Big Tarvey, Trump hates people with HIV having sex. My dad would be like, then he'd be
He'd be
upset
wearing a
about
Big
that.
Tarvey T-shirt.
Yeah, he'd be. My dad got one of those fucking Fauci Obama shirts.
is
That's
that?
the
What
type
is
of
that?
guy my dad. You know what that is? Remember the Obama
What do
like change shirt or whatever?
Yeah.
Or cool or whatever it
Yeah,
said?
that's our guy.
Hope
Guy,
said Hope, right?
what's his name
Yeah,
that
bro.
does the fucking
Shepherd Ferry.
Shepherd Ferry? Yeah,
That's awesome.
Mr.
He
Cool
came
Artist.
He came out with a Fauci.
Well, I think he's been ripped off.
He's produced a Fauci? Which Fauci? Who
He
made
pro-
this Fauci?
He made a Fauci Bored Ape.
He made sort of like a
Remember, I changed the
cool
volume
like
here.
street
Me.
art, a cool street art
future.
Fauci tribute.
Well,
or
he
what?
made an Obama-style Fauci, and, the shirt. Oh, I forgot the best part.
And what
which
does it
is,
say? Science?
Yeah, it says science.
Awesome.
So I just remember at a previous time visiting my hometown, I just opened the door. My dad's wearing a shirt that's Fauci Obama style. It says science, and it's like, I gotta go. I can't be staying here and hanging out with you. I mean, this is just not.
I mean,
right.
clearly he doesn't trust the science on Big Tarvey.
But then at the same time,
There you go.
But
Yeah.
this is I love
Right.
exactly. But
Owned
wait,
Prometheus, Papa.
but exactly though. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that like.
yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But it's
pick
all
and
just an
choose,
aesthetical
yeah.
thing. So it's like, because science is now, for some reason, it's like libs own science and they trust the science. He's like, science. And then even if some drug is like, no, we've proven it. You'll be
Right.
undetectable. You can't pass it on. He's like, I don't know about that.
But that's funny because
I don't know if they really looked into it enough.
But that's funny because even that could even be he could somehow make some argument, be like, well, that's big pharma, like trying to make
They're
something.
lying. Big
They're lying.
Pharma's- First
But
they
then
made the
he's like-
fake vaccine, and now they want
Yeah.
to spread HIV on purpose.
Well, no, but then he's like, I love the booster or whatever the line is on that. Like, there's no continuity there.
That's right, because the booster is bad and doesn't work.
Right. We all
Makes you sick.
Yeah, it makes you sick.
finally,
It swells
finally
your-
we're coming
it
out on
swells your
Down the
balls.
Tubes and saying we're anti-booster. It's been
Yeah.
come on,
man,
it's been
okay,
long
let me
enough.
just
I
tell
got
you
the booster and it made me so sick.
Let me just give you the
I got so
timeline
swollen down there.
Down where'd they
on
give
your
it to you?
on your
My
brain,
testicles.
your lower brains.
Yeah.
They gave it to you in your lower brain.
On my big brain.
Do you remember? This is
Your
like
bigger brains than
stuff disappears so quickly from them. Do you remember when was it Nicki Minaj's friend
That's
or
what that's what I was
something?
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
He
her-
said his dick like got smaller.
No, I think his balls got really swollen. She said that.
But I think she said his dick got smaller.
No,
No, I think
nuts.
it was his nuts was swollen.
Nuts all swollen.
I don't want to look it up, but I
Not
think,
worth it,
you
yeah.
know,
It's not worth it. That's the reference I was making. Though.
That's what you get with. That's the power you have with podcasts. You get to say whatever you think.
I think
is
the
true.
power is that
Yeah.
you get to look stuff up while you do it.
I don't think
But
so.
the higher power is to
Yeah.
choose not to.
Thank you.
You're right. Like that's beast mode to kind of be like, and I won't look it up on the computer in front of
until
me.
you're
Right,
forced to do it.
There's a computer right there.
Yeah, I won't look it up.
Yeah.
Because finding
Why
a
would
tweet,
you?
finding a tweet is a whole.
Well, it doesn't
fucking
matter.
ordeal.
She just said
Well,
something
Elon
about
Musk
you know.
is going to take care of that. He said it's going to the search optimization is going to go way up.
Here's my thing about that. I don't think Twitter was very good before. I almost think that if you destroyed Twitter, it might be good.
Well, it's
A friend of my
certainly
friend-
interesting.
well, he's kind of destroying it.
I know, but I'm
So that's
saying that when
usable.
I see that, like when the thing came out,
The
where it was
enemy of
like,
my enemy is my friend. You're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
You said it backwards.
Well, that's fine. The
The
friend of my friend
is my enemy.
I'm just oppositional to people I don't know really well. Well, the friend of my friend is my enemy because I want it to only be my friend. I want my
You want
friends to
closed
only
off.
be my friend.
Yeah.
Well, I've been Sam, you've been
That's
doing
why I don't
grounding.
let you guys hang out
You've been doing grounding.
because I introduced you.
Yeah, I've been
to.
So
grounding.
I've been doing.
I have a grounding strap on my bed.
I've been doing dark triad maxing. That's kind of a similar pursuit.
Nice.
So that's why it's
A little bit. I mean, mine's more sort of like down to earth. I'm more like salt of the earth.
being dark triad's very down to earth. That's like how a caveman lived. You know, just
The cavemen were
just
just
killing, and-
heartless.
yeah, just heartless and killing. You know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, hunter gatherer society kind of ruined it all. It was so much sicker when the cavemen could just
wait. It was so sick, but pre-hunter-gatherer. What's
Yeah.
that? That's like a fish walking out of water for the first time? Or what's pre-hunter-gatherer? Because my understanding is there's agricultural.
Dark triads for themselves. No gathering.
Oh, like so
Loner
long
boys.
ago that people
Loner
were
boys.
not social animals.
That's what you're talking about. Yeah. Like pre-social creatures, like,
running around.
you
and
know,
just
every
killing.
man for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know
That
if
shit
that
did-
period
that shit-
happened, but it should have.
That shit
I
did
think
wreck.
it might have.
Oh, it probably happened, yeah.
Just know people were friends.
Yeah, they
For a
weren't
couple
even
million
friends.
years, there weren't villages or anything. It was just guys like sleeping on the ground far away from all other people.
Yeah, I mean, you could read about all this on the Dark Triad kind of
subreddit,
net.
yeah.
It's
Dark
interesting.
Triad net.
You must have not gone that
It's
far
the most
down.
pure. Yeah, I read about some of this shit because it kind of crosses over with my grounding stuff. But that's like the purest form of existence is, you know, no friends, sort of not, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
living without
grind set. They had the
Yeah.
original grind set.
Totally. Yeah.
So I got this Instagram ad today. That was clearly very. You know when you get an Instagram sponsored thing for someone who's like, it's like their first one. And
Yeah.
they don't really have it
Yeah.
together. I got a really cool one from a guy who's an inventor.
Dr. Parkenstein?
No, it's just some inventor who I bet lives around here. That's probably why I got it. Now,
Oh,
I want
you
to
got
show
it
you
here
his
in the
invention. We're
area.
going to go to the website. I want to show you his invention. Now, okay, I want to pose you guys a problem. Imagine you have to make a house that is going to survive wildfires. Okay, a wildfire-proof house.
A retardant house.
Yeah, if you were going to do that and you were going to kind of, apply, let's say, just do it how would you do it? How would you do it? If you had to make a wildfire-proof house, what would be your kind of just first guess on how you would do it?
Nowhere near trees, I would put it.
Okay, so you'd put it nowhere near trees. What about you, Sam? Someone poses you the
I'd
problem.
Put it out
Make
in the
a
I would
wildfire-proof
seastead.
house.
I'd
I
seastead.
don't know enough about it. I mean,
Seasteading.
A cave.
Seasteading.
Okay. Well, Sam's kind of on the right track. So what his
cave.
invention is called Hybertech Homes. Hybertech Homes, 100%
hibernation.
wildfire-proof homes.
A hibernation style.
Now, the solution he came up
It
with...
is hibernation style, the bear logo.
No, the solution he came up with is to...
That's a beautiful
This is the
house.
graphic. So basically, you take a house...
You fuck-
and then you
Oh
put
shit! It
it,
can lower itself.
you put it on a giant hydraulic system.
Okay.
As tall as the house is, one would assume it would have to be.
Yeah.
The giant hydraulic system.
Had to be like 30 feet.
And then when the fire comes, your house lowers on hydraulics,
awesome.
and then a whole separate crazy piece of machinery, which
Right.
is this whole metal roof, kind of goes out over your house. So your house is in a concealed box of earth.
Under fire.
Under fire. And this is his idea. That's his approach for how you would do that.
You go
What
into
if it gets-
hibernation.
what if
He's
it
saying
gets
you go into
so
hibernation.
hot under there that you all die? Is that possible?
Well, I have several issues with this. I feel like the foundation of a house is a pretty important part of it.
Sure.
And I think there's a reason they don't make giant mechanical cavities under houses usually. And I also think that I don't know that I would like a solution to a wildfire being that I'm locked underground in my house in the pitchest darkness achievable.
Well, here's what
no
you probably
oxygen
do.
getting in.
Here's what you do.
How long is the wildfire
You send
gonna
your
last?
house down, you fuck off.
I think the idea is that you go
Yeah,
away.
You fuck off, you send your house
'Cause
You
most
guys
people
are
have
right.
to
Now, I
evacuate
didn't
anyways.
factor in that
Yeah.
in my mind, for some reason,
Yeah.
you got to stay in your house.
That would
So
be
you're
cool.
right. It's a bit better.
Imagine
Well,
locking your son in there, though. He's
I
playing
will
video
say
games, and you're like, we're all
the-
getting out.
The name of the business is kind of misleading because it makes it sound like you're going to hibernate in the house. So to be fair, that is misleading. To be fair to you,
To
Brett.
be fair,
yeah,
I think
because the idea is obviously that you get the fuck out of there and then your
Oh
house
no,
goes
this is
down
just
to
some
the
gamer
ground.
also called Hyber. So this
Oh,
guy's
that's pretty
really
cool.
bad
It's
at
like
his,
kind of a Skrillex logo.
He's not like
Yeah.
findable.
He's like a Fortnite player.
Well, because he was also doing this thing, old guy thing where, so it's just some old guy inventor, and his first post is his cat, and he's like just testing out Instagram, and then his second post is this graphic with like Comic Sans above it that says like, imagine if your house could go underground and was 100% wildfire proof.
Yeah, I mean it's all just. He's got two images of the product. This
Hybertech
is all
homes.
he's showing. This is all he's showing.
No, it's got to
There's
be
not even
fully
a scale-
just an idea.
There's not even any scale model or
Well,
anything.
we do have now. He did mention on his Instagram there's a video. And I think I found it. I'm excited to see what that is. But let me just read this to you, Sam, while Jack is gone. How it works. But here's what I think is funny about it, though. It's such a dumb guy invented thing where it's like a crazy complex idea.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking...
It's over designed.
What I'm thinking of is the engineering problem of making a hydraulic system under a house that, might not be used for, 50 years. Well, probably not going forward. It's probably used every couple months soon. But and it's going to lower your house and raise it, and there's not going to be mechanical issues. What does it run on? Is it running on like a power plant's worth of electricity?
Well, the thing is, those hydraulics, it would be easy to get the house down, right? That doesn't require a lot of juice.
But we're talking about heavy machinery, though. I'm saying at least.
I know what I'm saying. With hydraulics, you don't need a lot of juice to get
it down, right?
When
but
you come back to your house,
that's
you're trying to get it up.
But also,
that might be a problem.
I'm just saying I see so many points of failure because also the way he depicted it,
complex.
The way he depicted it is it's like, it's going to be like 4 rods that like hold up your house evenly. One rod's never gonna like lose compression, and your house is just gonna be tilted at a
failing
45.
strut. You just have like a failing hydraulic strut.
Your house is just at a 45-degree angle going into a pit. Like that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
something's gonna fail in your house. You're gonna be like, well, it's just funny because
entire house, which is worth like almost $1 million.
Well, this is actually a whole other thing. Is that it has to be a modular home. He builds you the house too.
Yeah.
So it also
that's probably where he started. This
Right.
is probably a contractor that was like, I got this crazy idea.
I'm going to tell you what, Sam. I don't think he started. I think the full idea came to him. He's like, well, you just have the house go underground.
You're saying he doesn't build house. He didn't start out building house.
I don't think so. This seems like a guy to me who just had an idea, but I could be wrong. Let's watch the explainer video because now you're saying there's no scale models. There's no proof. There's just these 2 images. I'd love to see if they have any graphics other than this in the explainer video. Let's check that out.
Some hand movement there.
Oh, it's okay.
In California alone, well over 10,000 homes burn to the ground each year because of wildfires.
Fake news.
And the numbers are only increasing.
Not true, it's snowing.
3 million California homes are located within high-risk wildfire areas.
Those look
when these
fine.
raised homes are rebuilt,
Current construction is ineffective, but you know what would be super effective and easy to do?
Underground home.
Nothing's fireproof. Is that a claim that we can? Is that true? Nothing's fireproof? Is that so?
Not even metal.
This means that any house, neighborhood, or community that
Will inevitably be destroyed.
Any house will inevitably be destroyed.
HyperTech Homes is an innovative, cutting-edge, fully patented design and process.
Oh, it's looking good there.
It's fully patented because nobody thought of this.
Look how fucking 3D it is. Well, look, now you know it works because it's all 3D and it has like wire.
Safely to ground level when the threat is passed.
It looks like it works really well there. It takes only like a couple seconds.
It only takes 15 minutes.
15 minutes or less, and will be fully automated.
Imagine your whole house burning within those 15 minutes.
And you can control it from your phone.
Sending it down.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I could handle having an app that lowered my house into a hole and not ever hit it. Like if I were just sitting in my house just looking at a button on my phone,
all
like,
high.
if I hit this.
Sprays the immediate area surrounding the home as it descends. Once final descent.
Are you seeing these other details where it has also, this is a crazy engineering feat as well, it has a special thing that is just going to easily detach all your utilities as well, your water and that's also easy. Surely to have all the pipes.
Also not a point of failure. Like
no, nothing
coupling.
could go wrong with the coupling that most of the time just barely holds my sewer pipe to the sewer, but it's also going to easily disconnect. And then also I like that it sprays it with fire retardant as it goes down, which why? Isn't that the whole point? That why would you not? Isn't that the whole?
It shoots retardant because there's probably the flames are probably licking up against the side of it.
But it doesn't spray it until it's down in the hole.
Well, that's stupid.
And now your house is just covered in shit.
That's to put out any fire that maybe may have made its way there. You're kind of.
Oh, that's good. They chose to make the roof out of titanium alloy. I'm glad he chose that.
I'm a titanium alloy.
Pretty cost effective.
Oh yeah, no titanium alloy, just a fucking 2,500 square feet of titanium alloy. Yeah, that's probably easy to come by.
Savings of well over 20.
Oh yeah, it's gonna save money this time.
With thousands of lives saved. HyperTech Homes means never having to rebuild again.
Thousands of lives saved. I think they want you to stay in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because how else is
Yeah.
it saving lives unless...
Yeah.
Because you were just abandoning the house before. Well, anyway, so that's pretty cool. I thought that would be a good invention.
That is cool. Did you guys see Avatar 2 yet?
No.
I haven't seen
Awesome.
it.
I just kind of assumed it'd be bad.
It's bad, but there's this part, Edie Falco's in it, and she's like this general.
She's kind of hot though, right?
She kind of looks like my mom.
Is
She is
blue in
hot.
it?
No, she just looks nothing like my mom. She's blonde, for one.
Oh yeah, that's you've cracked it. She can't look like your mom. She's blonde.
Yeah, I have cracked it.
Just
Thank
the
you.
rest of her facial structure and sort of affect generally.
So
in
I
The
don't know if you
Sopranos.
remember like the cartoonish general from the first one who's like the bad guy, you know?
Kinda.
Well, he's in the second one and he's getting debriefed by Edie Falco about the new, plan to destroy the Na'vi, etc. And she's wearing like this exoskeleton and she's walking through this like factory. And so she's walking through this factory wearing this like big armor exoskeleton, but like a kind of like conceit about her is that she likes to drink coffee out of a mug. So she has the robot like holding a coffee mug.
Right.
It looks so fucking
Yeah, that was the whole
silly,
thing people thought was
dude.
stupid about the first one is that there's a part in it where a mech battles a big animal and then the mech pulls out a knife. Like the mech pulls out a big knife that it's holding. And it's like, I don't think that's how you would do that on a robot.
Okay, so she goes like this though. So she's articulating every movement that the robot arm then does. You know what I'm saying?
What's
So
yeah.
it replicates what she's doing. But then she goes like this, and then it like delivers the mug to her mouth.
Right.
And
It doesn't quite make
any
sense.
sense.
Right, because she'd have to know where, like, in relation to the robot's body, like how exactly where to place it.
Yeah,
That's just how good the robot is. You're just not believing in the robot enough.
it's pretty funny, man. That's my thing that I brought
Let
to
us
the
take a look at
podcast.
10 awesome vehicles and mech suits from Avatar, and the ones that will appear
Oh,
in
yes.
Avatar
Do
2:
that.
Way
Yes.
of Water later
Oh
this
my
year.
god.
Let's
This
get to
mech
it.
is totally based.
Number one, the
Ermigerd,
Valkyrie.
do less.
The Valkyrie is a delta-wing trans-atmospheric vehicle that primarily
Oh my God,
transports
say less.
personnel and the harvest of unobtainium
A
minerals.
trans-atmospheric
The Valkyrie has a
vehicle?
2,000
Say less.
kilometer operational range in
I'm
Pandora
invested.
space, and a payload of
I'm
60
fully
infantry,
invested. This reminds me of
25
Underground Home. I
Yeah,
just
I-
purchased some
I'm
I'm
speakers.
editing this on
This
4
guy knows like the
monitors.
payload of this vehicle.
Space shuttles.
He's
from
just
the
mentioning
20th
the
century.
payload.
Because it uses fusion
I think-
fusions,
so
the
sick.
Valkyrie
I think they
can
should make the
redirect
payload a
containment
million
fields for
pounds.
active EMF
A million
They should- why
trillion
not?
pounds.
allowing
you know
it
what's-
to
why not?
effectively
You know,
move
now I'm
Pandora's
jumping back,
Fucking
but
blue aliens running around and shit.
you know what?
It is 101
You
meters
remember
of
like
mirror
Sweden was
long
like sweeping
and
the
has a
floors of the
top speed
forest to
35
prevent wildfires or whatever?
No.
Do you remember that? They were like
I remember
getting
Trump
rid of
saying we
debris.
should do that.
Yeah.
Samsung 16 and the
No, Trump's saying that that's fucking stupid and that they were doing that.
No, I think he
No, he
suggested
said
it.
because California had wildfires, and he was like, "They're not even cleaning the forests; they're
Yeah.
leaving them dirty." And you're
Just
saying he
rake
was
the
right.
floors.
Yeah, I think he was
Might
right.
have been. He might have been. Yeah.
I think he was right about a lot of shit, dude. A lot of shit.
When he called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas, that's probably my one thing that I really liked that he did.
Yeah.
Because it's
Pretty
such a
funny.
good slam, and like a Democrat should have had the cojones to say that.
Yes, they
Oh,
still
totally.
would never say anything close. Yeah,
They are better than any
and they know now.
on Earth as of
He said it before he even fucking knew what was up. you know?
Right.
He was
That's
like-
true that he was going on instinct. That's cool.
Yeah, he knew.
is an exoskeleton or a
The amp suit is hilarious.
operated multi-purpose
I was Elizabeth Warren with that. I do like that once because it got like.
is this the suit that Edie Falco's walking around in?
No, it's similar.
Wait, how
but
sick
it's
is it?
smaller.
Hold on.
able
It's
to
smaller.
mimic all the abilities of the infantry soldier in human fast reflex speeds. This allows a wide range of functions, including the ability to operate a variety of weapon systems. There is another lesser.
I love
Yeah, he's got like a big
I love the idea of
bayonet.
watching this instead of going and seeing Avatar. It's just like an
It's also
explainer
like
video.
clips from the first one.
The crab
The
suit,
crab suit is a
epic.
multifunctional human-powered submersible. It can also be termed as an exoskeleton slash mech suit.
You
It is
could call it
supported
a
by
mech
four legs
suit
and a
if
pair
you
of
wanted to.
forward-facing arms that can all
What is this one
retract
called?
completely
On a
with
good
the
Crab suit or
Research
something.
Crab suit?
Development Administration, or the RDA.
Oh, nice
Oh.
transition on
Set
that.
ops.
God
Set
damn.
Ops group makes use of it.
This is a classic
It
set
will be
ops
seen in
group.
the upcoming Avatar 2 and will be a threat to the Na'vi in underwater
There's a
operations.
motherfucking threat to the
It is also
Na'vi.
pressurized and protects the human pilot from environmental threats.
Oh, so Edie Falco's
Both sides
bad
are
in this.
undetermined, but looks to be
She's trying to
together.
kill. She's trying to kill.
Well,
out
she's
that
part of
Nazi.
like the industrial, military-industrial complex. you know?
Oh,
Number
okay.
5, the Dragon Ship.
She's terrible in it. She really phoned it in. It was
Really?
It was bad.
Can you blame her?
No, I can't
Yeah,
at
you
all.
can't imagine she gets to call it like Avatar 2.
Well, there's this whole
How
thing
much?
about
How much? How much? $50 billion? Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I can't
There's
say
some-
no.
There's some interview where she's like, "I thought it came out already, and it then did poorly." Because like,
Yeah, I saw
they've been
that
shooting
thumbnail.
it for like 5
Oh, right.
years.
She did it so long ago. Yeah.
Devastating firepower,
Wow, this
large
one's got
cargo bay for
devastating
additional
firepower.
cargo or personnel.
Look at
as
that
well
thing.
These
as
are like
AMD
deviant art
That looks like a fish.
paintings.
Yeah, it looks like a fish.
Why don't they just make it even
It is
bigger and have
41.5
more guns
meters or
and missiles?
106 feet long.
Might as well.
Number 6,
You know, James Cameron, he like
Good
spends all
picture of
his,
this
he
one,
spends
good
like a
still.
lot of his money
robots used by the Resources
like
Development
feeding his family. Like
Administration.
he pays for
Robots
an
can
organic
well
farm
level
that
with
only
electric
feeds
arcs,
him and
can
his
also be
family.
That's
mounted
psycho
to
shit.
use
Yeah,
That's
as
psycho stuff.
close
it's
combat
it's
weapons.
it's
The
It's
electric
pretty cool though. Sam and I were talking about it. Like, if you had
it's
a,
psycho,
that
but it's
much
definitely
money,
like, huh,
Yeah, it's the only one.
I
I'm
wonder
saying
what I could do with all this money. That's kind of creative.
Yeah, make a farm for only me. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's all like you know,
Whole
I'm sure he's
Foods,
like
man.
paranoid about
No, like, all the
microplastics
food-
and stuff. So
All
it's
the
all
food
like,
we eat is poison.
yeah.
So have a bunch of money and just make a farm for only you.
It seems like a simple solution
Awesome.
to everyone's problems with
Yeah, just
poison-
everyone should
poison
make their
feed.
own farm.
Yeah.
chain between
Perfect.
Why not?
Pandora, transporting supplies, equipment, refined ores, and even
Refined
personnel.
ores.
It never lands on Pandora's surface because it is only designed to operate in deep space.
Oh,
The
okay.
ISV
I see.
How
Vector
deep
can
of
travel
space?
6.75
How
years
deep?
from Earth
Can I be
to
like
the
just
surface
3,000 miles out and it'll work,
with a
or not?
5.5-month
Oh, I love this
1.5
design.
Deep as
Yeah, that looks
space.
really good.
James really outdid himself on this one.
The way James thought of it, having a big,
and
big
has two
fucking
types of
plank at the
engines.
end like that. That's
An
just all
antimatter engine
solared
I
out.
mean, it kind of makes sense because James, he's powered by pure potatoes, the most pure potatoes.
Right.
You know,
He's not eating the
he's
the Bill
probably-
Gates potatoes.
he's probably drinking unpasteurized milk.
Number 8.
What a G, huh?
Raw milks.
He's probably
Raw
he's
milk
probably
and raw
paying
honey.
his he's probably paying his farmers to just not even look at seed oils, just not even look at them when they go to the store. Here's what's really cool, Sam. I don't know if you thought about this. What do you think the likelihood is that the people who work at the farm, they put in their shift at the James Cameron farm, and then they go to 7-Eleven after and they buy their dinner,
They
which
get
is
like a
like
slice of pizza.
yeah, they get 2 slices of pizza
They put
and
nacho cheese on it.
and like a bag of Doritos.
Liquid
Yeah.
mercury packet.
It would be around 10 to 12 feet tall or 3
For
Yeah,
sure.
I'll get the liquid mercury on the
Number 9,
side.
the RDA bulldozer.
It's one of those little
This
salsa
is a
cups.
remote-controlled
There's like a little,
gigantic
yeah,
bulldozer
there's like a,
that is operated
shaker
from an
of
operations
microplastics.
center. It is 13 meters
Nice.
or 43 feet tall
Nice, huh?
and 39.7
Yeah, there's an image of
30
that
feet long.
online.
It is quite
Mikey
The,
P.
there is,
the
huh?
McCormick,
There
the
is.
McCormick micro.
Mikey
cool.
P's.
That's, yeah.
I made
Yeah.
that.
which allows the
I can't
driver
think of
to
anything
see
original.
where
Nothing
it's
new under the
going.
sun.
Yeah.
huh?
The bulldozer also has a blade on the back of the body that allows it to till the ground behind it. Furthermore, forward sensor bays under the front include ground penetrating
Oh, he's getting bored.
We're getting
He's
here
getting
already.
bored.
Trick shorty.
Yeah, yeah, you were saying
Shorty,
trick
Shorty,
shorty.
And number 10, the bucket wheel excavator.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you were
bucket wheel
You're
excavator.
just soft.
You
You're
guys
just
check out the
soft starting
bucket wheel
that trick
excavator?
shorty interjection.
One of the largest
shorty, yeah.
human-made
Yeah, man.
vehicles.
Trash. Trick shorty, dude.
It functions similarly to Earth's. It is over 500 meters or 1,650 feet long.
Can
and
I have a
more than
Zen?
50
Wow, this
meters
one's-
or 1,000 feet tall.
Dude, Sam, this one's 1,000 feet long.
So before ending
The bucket wheel excavator?
They
you
made it
see
like
that thing?
over 1,000
No,
feet
no,
long.
that thing was. Well, we were saying the joke we were making before is why not make it a million?
Thanks for watching.
That's what they did with the bucket wheel excavator.
Yeah, this one.
That thing moves dirt like crazy.
Cameron's like in a meeting with the CGI guys.
Can you
He's
imagine
like,
how many
okay,
to-
so this one, it's 1,000 feet long.
No, no.
Oh.
It can't look like an excavator. It's got to have a big fucking wheel that turns.
Can you imagine how many toilets are in there?
In the
This
bucket wheel
one,
excavator?
this one
Probably
has
quite a few.
4,600 toilets. all these just like minutia, dumb fucking minutia shit. He's like showing a big interplay. This is the C-180 Interstellar Cruiser. It has 4,600 toilets, air scrubbers located at every... The electrical system is designed to always work. The plumbing...
It never fails.
The plumbing is designed in such a creative fashion that it never fails to work. So cool, Cameron.
He's so awesome. It makes
This is
things that
actually
only
cool.
never go bad.
This isn't in the movie. This is just a drawing Cameron sent to me. This is a car that goes 1,000,000 miles an hour as fast as you want it to. It's super dope. That's crazy. You're opening the Zen like on the micro. You're using the microphone as like a thing to get leverage.
tool.
It's fucking crazy. Crazy.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
A pry tool?
Oh, there's only one Zen left.
That's all right. We'll get more.
They sell it at the store.
They still sell it at the
Sell it down the
store.
road.
They still sell chill sixes. Don't
I
worry.
was having a bit of a meltdown earlier this week, but now I'm fine.
He was witnessed it.
Yeah.
Well, this thing happened where just no one was restocking the Zen for a while.
Thank you.
It's still a little bit.
But
the
when they were
stock's kinda
stopping
low
the
now.
varieties, I went to like a couple places, they just didn't
Yeah.
have it.
Do you guys have like a certain lip placement for a Zen or?
Top
they
is
go
kinda
either
better.
s- Yeah.
Oh,
Don't you,
top.
you're supposed to go top on all those. You're supposed
Well, I
to
used
go
to
top.
only do. I used to do like a dip down here.
Yeah,
It gets
I
too
just
ju-
did
It gets
that.
too juicy like that.
I just did that.
I think it's
So I should do a
juicier.
different
You get a better burn up here.
Yeah, you go up top here.
It's Swedish style.
It's basically
It's
they
Swedish.
ripped snooze.
It's Swedish style.
General snooze. Which here's the thing, having had 6 Zens, I can't believe I ever used General snooze because that shit is so
stuff's pretty strong.
nicotined up.
Yeah.
That like makes you dizzy and stuff.
That must be legal still, right? I haven't
Snips?
tried.
Yeah. Surely. I mean, it's a tobacco product. Yeah.
Right? There's no flavor.
No, they have flavored ones. Not
They
anymore,
do,
I imagine.
but not like for most places don't sell those.
They had weird flavors. Yeah, they had like
Chocolate,
mint and
bergamot.
coffee and stuff.
They got bergamot,
Bergamot caramel.
some Swedish shit,
Imagine
meatball flavor.
Imagine they start trying to make like Grizzly or Skull bergamot, and the guys are like,
what
the fuck?
Remember that guy? That,
What is this? A damn candle?
is that Sweden or Norway?
I'm gonna fucking yell at my wife about this. She's gonna
I-
be hearing about this.
I can't wait to get home and yell at my wife about the
guys are
bergamot skull.
You guys only have the bergamot skull? Oh, Cindy's gonna hear it.
I'll take a whole
take
roll.
5 tins.
I'll take a roll.
I'll take 5 tins.
But I am not going to be happy when I get home.
Please. Yeah, can I get the cardamom grizzly? Yeah, can I get
Long cut?
Can I get the long cut cardamom grizzly?
What is that? Turmeric flavor? You got a new
damn.
turmeric?
Oh,
God damn it!
A liquid aminos Copenhagen.
I heard that's really good for inflammation, but
What is
I don't
that,
want any
turmeric?
piece. I don't want any piece of that.
I was done staining my lips up.
Shit, I feel less inflamed already.
Yeah, basically, my doc, he's got me on the turmeric.
He's got me on reverse
Skull.
cherry Copenhagen.
Yeah, my doc has me on Tussin flavored Copenhagen. Turmeric pills. No vaccines.
No vaccine.
My doc's got me on
He's
a
a no-vax
strict
doctor.
no vaccine regimen.
Supposed to hit my hands with a hammer every morning.
Black my nails up, kind of hit them,
Well-
get bruises under each of my nails.
I was okay.
Stick
there's-
devil sticks down my ears.
The grounding thing. We were having
Shove
an
a
issue.
sparkler up my asshole.
We were having an issue
Yada da da
earlier
la
with-
da.
Only use dollars covered in silver.
Yada dum da da da.
Yeah, my dog's got me on a strict no vaccine crazy frog listening regimen to settle my spirits.
He wants me to repeat what Crazy Frog says.
Every morning I wake up, I look in the mirror and I say, ring ding 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 no 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 no. It's like a Jordan Peterson guy. He's like, you gotta wake up,
Take a
Look,
cold
you're-
shower.
look yourself in the mirror and say, ring ding 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 no no, ring ding 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 no. And just remember how excited that frog was just to be alive.
You know the new Crazy Frogs are not the same as
frog
the
was
old
excited.
frogs.
That was an excitable frog.
You remember his little
Rest in peace
That's
to
the
that
one
guy.
penis hanging out?
excitable frog. Have you
And his
seen
air-
these gummy bears walking around?
You guys, what's up with that air bike he rides too? You guys ever notice he's just
In
in
that
the, you guys
future-
ever notice he's in the future?
In the future
What's
city?
up with that?
Here's the thing.
He's not only is he a singing crazy frog that's going nuts,
Right.
he's also in the future riding a future
I
bike.
guarantee
In
that,
like a future city.
I guarantee a thought I had when watching the Crazy Frog video for the first time was, that bike is pretty cool. I would
It's a
like to
hover
ride the hover bike that
You mean
Crazy
the
Frog
It's like a
An
maglev
invisible hover
bike that he's on.
This
dude.
is the Crazy Frog hover bike.
It
the
goes
payload-
2
it has
million
a
miles
payload.
per hour.
It has a payload of 47,000 pounds and can go 200 miles an hour.
No cap.
James said.
Humans can ride
James
it.
personally said he thinks it would be awesome to ride it.
James Cameron. Now this was not made by him, but he did give it a personal vouch.
Guys, no
James
cap.
Cameron
It
said.
does have his approval.
James said the hover bike for Crazy Frog was very cool and met his
And
strict
inspired-
engineering standards.
Guys, no cap. This thing
Crazy
is
Frog-
never broken down. It only goes very fast and never has to be replaced parts.
Do you think there's any possibility that Cameron he's making Titanic and he sees like somebody shows him flash
Crazy
video
Frog.
of Crazy Frog.
Yeah.
And he sees like this frog-like character riding a future bike.
Oh, and
he's
he
like,
made
Avatar.
Avatar.
He's like, this is the future of
It
movie
is
going. This is the
Avatar-esque.
future of movie going.
This
And
is
he's
the
like,
future of movies.
how about frog people? And
They're blue.
They're, in the
They're
fu-
blue.
They're fucking blue. They're kind of crazy.
This is blowing my mind.
They're going ape.
They're going.
They're going to Apenstein.
There's unrest.
Well, yeah,
There's unrest on their planet.
if you look close, the background of the Crazy Frog videos looks exactly like
There's like
the
fires
Na'vi-
going.
The
There's
Na'vi
fires
planet.
going on. There's like lots of
The
smoke.
big tree. The big
Yeah.
tree is in the
They're all
background.
connecting.
Crazy.
They're all connecting with their hair to a big tree
Yeah.
in the background.
Tiniest. If you actually look very closely, Crazy Frog does have the smallest ponytail, ready to be connected.
It's under his little cap, his little aviator cap.
Yeah.
James Cameron looked at the
RTC.
aviator.
It's peeking
It's
out from
RTC.
under his aviator.
Yeah,
Ready-
did you remember?
Ready to
That's
connect.
such a
you remember?
detail. Don't you remember not only the hover bike, but don't you recall that Crazy Frog wore like a World War I era aviator's cap?
Yeah. Yes,
That's a fun detail.
Didn't he also wear like a leather vest?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing.
And also, if you watch the original cut of the first Avatar, they do speak in ring-a-ding-do.
well,
Ring-a-ding-do, yay.
he tested that in like certain theaters across the United States.
Yeah, like where
people
are just
couldn't
the
handle
dumbest.
it. People couldn't fucking handle
He
it.
tested it in dumb theaters. He's kind of a considerate guy, so when James Cameron tests a movie, he tests it in the dummest theaters.
So, 'cause
dumb
he
area
He
codes.
wants it to do as well as
Yeah,
possible.
he wants it to pass muster with them, and then he'll bring it to the masses. But he goes,
Right.
give me just the fucking rock-headed zip codes, and let's test it there.
He needs Nazi Navi or like a German like not Navi.
Why does he
type.
need that? Why does he
Because
need that?
he needs to have that metaphor in there. You know,
Right, like,
we need to talk
Isn't
more
there
about that.
already an oppressor in the movie?
isn't it
Yeah,
like
but
a
isn't it
whole
just-
Here's the thing.
indigenous
It's
metaphor
what-
Isn't it
already?
just
What-
humans?
What I don't like about Avatar is it's kind of anti-American. It paints the
That's
American as
probably
like
true.
the military-industrial complex is bad.
Right,
for
they
some
they
reason.
kind of portray the Americans as
Yeah.
people who would run into someone like that.
I
and
didn't
then
see
wanna
two, but
wipe
you
I
them
will
guys-
out.
say one was definitely a big commie piece of shit. That
You
was
guys-
anti-American.
Yes,
for sure.
thank you for
Yeah.
saying that. Finally, but the second one is so funny. Like the white, the fact that he is a white guy with dreads, and then like his son has dreads, and then his other son has dreads.
There's
and
a
then
white guy with dreads.
That's
in
the kind of
Avatar
inspo
too.
you can only get from
He
fucking
is the main character.
unpasteurized raw milk.
You know the main character, what he looks
Well,
like.
this is
I'm
true.
thinking a white guy with dreads. Like this is crazy, but
That's
I
blue.
know no
That's
one.
blue.
Like,
I don't even know if this exists, but like, what if a white guy had dreads?
well, but don't you think it is true? That's like
Sorry, I may
only-
have had a little too much raw milk.
Only if you are getting all your food from a farm you own.
I drink
can you
cow
be
sputum.
Can you be disconnected enough
To be like,
to be
white,
like
white dreads
and a
are
white
cool.
guy with dreads? Oh, he
That's gonna
never
match the
heard
vibe.
about that. Like
Yeah.
the idea
Oh,
that
for
anyone
sure
might
not.
not like that.
No,
He's
no.
never heard that.
No.
Damn, I'm pretty zooted off these six. This is what you guys
You're
do.
rocking a 0 tall. The 6 will get you. I
Dude,
rock
it's
3s
really-
occasionally.
It's crazy.
I have a pretty heavy
Yeah.
tolerance.
You're gonna
It's
get
like,
sick.
I feel
if you leave
high
it.
off of it.
Yeah.
This is what you
Sometimes-
guys walk around
sometimes
and
I-
do. This is like what 19-year-olds
Well, they
do
say
all day.
I'm actually doing. They have a word for what I'm doing, which is the pseudoephedrine Zin combo. That's actually
Sudindrin.
pseudozindrin. And you pack
That's
your
a
lip
German
and you're
word.
just up all night, not sneezing.
I heard something. I heard something drop out in the audio. It's
Hello.
weird.
Yo,
Everyone
ass.
good? Okay, sorry.
Well, Jack is gesticulating and hopping
Yeah,
around
he's
and
kinda-
moving back
That's
and
my
forth. in his
person. That's my person.
brother. Don't tread on me.
Gadsden me,
Yeah,
boy.
not enough people say don't tread on me just in life.
That's
You know what I-
true.
you know what I saw the other
Oh,
day?
can
Is
I get a small
I
iced
said no-
coffee? Oh, we only have medium and
Sorry,
large.
it's New York.
Yeah.
You can't
Don't
get,
tread on me.
Sorry, it's New York. You
Fair.
can't get a 32-ounce Coke.
Please don't tread on me, sir.
Bullshit.
What?
Can I get a super big gulp?
I'm
Don't
sorry,
try it
I
on
just
me.
worked.
I saw
what?
I saw a no step on snack
Yeah, that
bumper
meme.
sticker the other day. What is that like?
It's a meme. It's like.
But do they own it? Do the Gadsden flag guys? Do
Sam,
they own
you're
that?
getting closer and closer. You're getting really impassioned, and now you're like, look, I was reading a "Don't Step on Snack" meme, and
No, I'm not reading when I saw a bumper sticker, and I've seen like a meme maybe.
whoa, I didn't read it. Let's
All
get
I'm
one
saying
thing
is-
clear.
Do you guys want to
All
jerk
I'm
off right
asking-
now?
Just all together? Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Do you guys
Yeah, I
all
mean
wanna
that kind of
jerk
makes
off?
sense to me if we all did that. Just
I
because
did jerk off in Jack's house. I had to do it. I'm
Are
sorry.
you serious?
Yeah, I did.
in my mom's house.
No, in your bedroom, in your mom's house. Well, I was having a hard time going to sleep because I'm all sick, and I thought, let's get out the other snot, and then maybe I can sleep peacefully.
Damn.
The personal snot. Did you?
That evil.
Did you look at porn, or did you go with the brain cap?
I can't really remember.
He
I
looked
was
at porn.
Yeah, I
He
did.
got all nervous and then
Which I
He
don't
just
even like
rammed
to
into
do.
the microphone with his
I
face.
don't like to
He's so
do.
nervous.
I don't like it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I don't
I've never
like it.
Sounds
watched,
like you had a fine
I've
time.
never watched porn.
Yeah, that's
Man,
true. I can attest to
fuck
that.
you. I was doing it
I'm a
as
good guy.
I was doing it purely as medicine.
I'm a good guy.
Purely as medicine. I
Yeah.
was truly
Spiritual
This is the
medicine.
truth. It was like 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep.
getting
'cause I
out
kept
negative
coughing,
ragu for-
and I was like,
for the Lord.
I need anything that will tire me out more.
How long did it take?
Probably like a minute or 2 minutes. I mean, it was quick.
Oh, okay. So you,
didn't
really
la-
were just
you didn't
down,
last.
down to business.
No, I was
Yeah.
just wanted it to be over.
Did
I
you
thought maybe
comment?
it'd make me more
Did you
tired.
comment like I didn't last long?
Yeah, every time I watch porn, I comment,
You
this
logged
wasn't
in?
very good.
137. That should be a thing. Guys should comment their times.
That should be a thing, man. Guys should watch porn, man.
Well, guys
Man,
should.
guys should watch porn.
I don't think it's not a thing. I mean, there's a lot of comments in there.
There's a lot of
in the
guys
section.
watching porn.
No, I'm
I
saying
got a
I'm
whole-
sure there's people that are just like, I only lasted 2 minutes, and that's their comment.
Every porn
I'm
comment
sure
I've
it
ever
is.
seen is.
I'm sure.
I read the comments frequently.
Really?
They're my favorite
Wow,
part
I
of
see,
Pornhub.
like,
if
No.
I'm looking, I kind of like to look at comments.
You
It's
guys-
fun.
If I'm looking.
the comment.
You might as well scroll down and
I
be like,
definitely
this
don't
is
have
crazy.
a stand-up joke about this, but the Pornhub comments are the best part of Pornhub.
Yeah, what else about it?
Well,
Does that
they-
go anywhere?
They solve mysteries. Like, they're like, "Who is this woman?" And then somebody will comment like, "Oh, that's Sasha Bae," and the guy goes,
Sasha
"Thanks-
Bae."
Thanks so much.
I heard Sasha Bae is trying to make toothpick models of
Well-
like famous buildings and stuff now that she's gotten out of the game. Is that true?
Well, yeah, but it's not going so well because the Etsy won't let her
Right, that's why.
on because she's X-rated.
Right.
But the thing about YouTube or the Pornhub comment section is
Sam, can you believe this guy? Guys talking about all this smut.
guys revisit the page. You know, like they comment and they're like,
Yeah.
and they go back like, "Oh, it is Sasha Grey. Thanks so much." Emoji.
They go check and
Yeah,
look
they're like,
back.
They're like, "Thank you," and then they go retrieve her files or
You
whatever.
know what's cool about Pornhub too is it's got like the nation's flag of the person who's commenting.
Yeah, why add that? Yeah, why is that
It's
there?
so
It's like
funny.
4chan.
It's just like totally irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant.
But it's kind of cool because you get the flavor of all the different.
Well, it should be like
cultures.
4chan. You should be able to comment with like a Knott's Bowl flag and be like,
Yeah,
"Wow,
you
this
should.
was
You should get to
like
pick.
when it's an Italian. It's like an Italian guy, and he's just
it
like
should be location or meme flags. Like
when it's an
Kekistan.
Italian.
A guy commenting on Pornhub with a Kekistan.
Well, it's cool. It's cool to see like Italian
nice.
guys, Italian guys commenting, and they're like,
you are so
"You're so
and
beautiful."
sexy.
They're just saying. They're saying it as if the woman
knows.
is gonna read that.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Italian men typing in English going,
Yeah.
"You are so
Oh
beautiful
my
with your
God.
big boobs and ass. You are so beautiful
You are
to me."
so beautiful. I would love to make love to you.
Well, they comment.
It's like, yeah, they're definitely gonna read this. Buddy.
so
This is
beautiful
cool.
with your big ass.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is,
Your big ass and the titties are so good to me.
Yeah, natural beauty.
the thing is that now
She's a natural beauty, this one.
now they do comment like I've seen the creator because now they'll have like creator content just on there and
Okay,
she
all right.
will reply and she'll be like, "Thanks so much,
Oh,
thanks
that
for saying
sucks,
that."
actually, that they have to do
And
that.
so you're having like a TikTok.
That's the
back
business
and
now,
forth.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, like the
It's
main
not
thing
that.
is
I mean,
OnlyFans and
Not
like,
all of them.
You're like,
I'm
"Oh,
sure they
Lana,
have, like, a
Lana
social
Rhodes,
media
Lana
manager
Rhodes,
that
you have such a nice ass," and then she'll be like, "Thanks so
Thanks.
much for saying I have a nice ass."
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim Fleesbach, XXX. Thank you so much. Dirt bike
X-triple
lover,
X.
85.
X triple X. Some might call that a quadruple X.
Well, some in the mainstream would.
Some that don't know the game on the board. You know, Gaylord was a name.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Gaylord Fokker.
There's a restaurant in
not even
Los
just
Angeles.
him, even other people in real life.
Well, there's a hotel in Los Angeles called the Gaylord.
Oh, yeah, it's got that big Gaylord sign.
There's a restaurant
Well,
called
and
Gaylord's.
here's the thing. Even if we're all on board with the right stuff, you're telling me, you're me driving through LA, and for the first time you see a giant neon sign that says Gaylord, and you don't even let out a chuckle. I'm gonna chuckle at that, you know, because it took me by surprise.
You're a freak if you don't have some.
I was a little kid.
A giant sign that says Gaylord.
I was a little kid, and people were like, "Oh, should we go to like Gaylord's?" And I was just a kid, so I was like,
"Yeah."
I didn't even know that was a name.
So you were like, you were a little kid, so you were like, "Hell yeah,
yeah."
Sounds good.
Back when I was uninhibited. Back when I was still
Back
uninhibited.
when you lived your truth, yeah.
Back when you smoked pipe and took names.
No, I don't think it. I think it just registers.
I'm Sam. I'm 9, and I'm smoking pipe and taking names.
I got a little black book.
Yeah, I heard the thing that about Sam.
Dude,
Sam,
my little black book from when I was 9 is crazy.
You were a prolific, sexually active child.
Yeah, I didn't really. I was hoping we didn't have to air this out on the pod, but
people were like writing about you on forums, like, "Look, I'm not even a pedophile, but this Sam guy, he just won't take no for an answer."
Yeah,
dude, the thing is, well,
it was crazy.
You have a little
crazy part of my life.
You have a little St. James era, or
when I was hanging out.
Did you ever
there?
perform at Little St. James?
No, I had friends that did.
Where are they now?
They've been suicided.
Suicide by cop.
No, I wouldn't say.
Oh, just personal.
Wait.
I mean, I'm just all I'm gonna leave it as
wait. Your friend from Little St. James was suicided? Your friend from Little St. James was Jeffrey Epstein. Well, it wasn't the other kids. It was.
I kind of looked at him as like a father figure.
Because all the girls.
Did he teach you how to have a little black book?
Yeah, wait. Your friend was Jay Epstein.
Yeah, well, that's not what we called him on the island.
Yeah, that's the important part.
We called him Jeff.
Sorry, it wasn't registering. Yeah,
Jeffrey.
I guess it was Jeffrey Epstein.
Cat on the keyboard.
We used to call him Jeppy, Uncle Jeppy.
Oh God,
he stole Italian valor. That fucking.
You know
Jewish
what? There's
bastard.
this guy. Have you seen that Instagram account that's like Post America? They make like it's just some meme page.
No.
But they're
bringing up
you know
a
they're all
meme
huge
page?
and they're based and no, not that. But here's what's funny to me. So they're all like, oh, I'm all
Loser.
based, and they make like weird Syriac edits of like Joe Biden and stuff. But they have merch, and one of their shirts is Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton, and it says "Friends Forever," so it's like a joke. But then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I want to wear a shirt with Jeffrey Epstein on it. Like, like just a guy who just is okay, it's funny, haha, meme, but like just a guy who did rape children and is just on my shirt. I'm like, funny, right? Anyway, I'll get a grande Americano.
Yeah, that's you definitely don't want to.
No, I don't want to.
Dressing up as him and Ghislaine for Halloween. It's like,
oh, that's a thing.
This is true about
he's
when
not
I was
a good guy.
When I was a kid, I used to have a Dead Kennedy shirt, and it had, their big thing was a swastika with the red X over it.
Right,
Like
that one's tough too. That one's kind of tough.
But I was a kid, and I just liked the
Jell-O.
music a lot. Right, I was wearing that shirt once in Target, and there's this like stoner bro guy. He's like probably in high school, and he just went straight to me, and he's like, "Not cool, man." And then he like looked, and he's like, and then he like, but I realized
I gotta go smoke in my car.
And then he's like, oh, but I realized then like, oh, people just think it's a swazi.
Right, the
from far
swastika
away.
with a line through it is a tough.
That's a
image,
tough wear.
'cause
And then I
get it,
realized
yeah.
like, oh, okay, I mean, I like this
well,
band. I like
people
the
don't know-
message.
How old were you?
You're
How old were you
Antifa.
during this?
4th grade.
So this was your era where you had the buzzed head and like the big red laced up steel toes. You were dressed like a skinhead perfectly, like a little 4th grade skinhead, but then had the
It's funny.
swastika
No, but I did have like a weird mohawk kind of.
were you Donald
Nice.
Ducking
And that
and
is
you're
kinda
wearing
skinhead.
no pants?
Were you peacocking in Target with your swastika shirt? You're like,
I
no
had
one's
my,
even
I
gonna
had
know
my
what's
balls
coming.
and my penis out of my dickies. Yeah.
That's not what peacocking is.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Sorry. Well, I guess it actually is extreme peacocking because you guys don't remember what peacocking is?
Is it when you wear like a tiny little
No.
G-string, or-
Peacocking is like
in
the
Target?
the pickup artist word for like
Oh,
where
right.
it's like what Julian himself does. Like he dresses all crazy,
Yeah.
but it's to flex.
It's like
You're
Mystery.
I don't even
you remember
give a
Mystery?
fuck.
He only wore big fuzzy hats, big fuzzy top hats.
Right. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you dress crazy and
Right.
bad because you're like, yeah, I'm fucking out here.
Right.
Well, that's
They're
kind
gonna
of cool to
notice
me.
me. You're
Right.
a peacock.
Yeah, what about
Yeah.
peacocking in like just a Hitler costume? Just a guy who's like,
I
chicks
mean-
are gonna notice this.
They're gonna notice. Yeah.
Very gay.
I think there's
the Nazi
there's a
uniform.
kid like that in every high school, right? The kid that comes in fatigues.
I'm sorry, I just yeah. Well, you know what my
Not
issue.
necessarily like Hitler, but
My issue
you know
with
the
the-
kid that's like that really wants to be a that really wants to be a
You're
soldier.
not gonna get away with that.
You know the kid that really wants to be a soldier.
Yeah.
And it's before even ROTC
Yeah,
age.
yeah.
And he's wearing like fatigues of a certain era every day.
Yeah.
That kid was probably
You know
just
what?
trying to get some snitch.
This is cool. There's a guy at Porter College when I was going there. This like older transfer student who was like a really bizarre guy. Period.
We all are. Us
Occasionally, he would come in and like really, like to the like complete
Like in a duster?
replica outfits.
Yeah.
Including one was like a World War I era, like Russian uniform. So like a World War I Russian. Like, have you ever seen that? It's like a pointy hat.
Yeah.
He was just in the dining hall, just in that, and like
No
this wool
way.
world. Yes, but check this out. That same guy got
It's such an easy way to make everyone feel
That guy
uneasy.
got canceled.
well, that guy
That guy got
actually
canceled.
that guy got expelled because he got charged with domestic terrorism.
Holy shit.
Check this out. This guy was like, and he was like older.
It's awesome.
and-
It's awesome when that all the stars align and they're that guy. You
well,
know?
let me tell you how perfect
He's
this
like,
story
what
is.
do you
I don't
do?
just
Well, check
walk
this
the
out.
walk. I don't just
So
whatever.
he got in trouble for domestic terrorism, and then one day in Porter College, there was an open mic happening that night, right?
Awesome.
And everyone got
running it.
Everyone got a little slip of paper under their door, and what was on this slip of paper was like a kind of weird graphic, not like maybe him dressed like a furry or something, and it was a screenshot of his domestic terrorism charge. And he was like, "Oh, like domestic terrorism, huh? Like, come to." This is just funny because it's like the worst thing you could do.
After
he's like-
getting charged?
No. So he has some accusation of domestic terrorism.
For what? Do you know?
And we called him like the Porter terrorist.
Did
was
you
our
know what
name
it was
this
for?
guy. No. And then he slips this piece of paper under. But here's what I'll say. This is just, this isn't legal advice. That's but if you get initially accused of domestic terrorism, don't do what this guy did, which is slip a piece of paper with like kind of crazy lo-fi art that with a screenshot of your charge and then saying, "Come to the Porter open mic tonight if you really want to see what domestic terrorism looks like." And
Which is legal.
You must
legally,
have gone, right?
Legally, on his part, not sound. That's
No.
not good. That's not a good move. But
no, because
in
that
terms
is
of
threatening.
Did you go to the
But-
open mic?
in terms of art, I mean, it's
No,
kind
no.
of the pinnacle of.
It was kind of awesome on
Yeah,
that level, but
right.
also like, well, this isn't going to work. I mean,
Yeah.
they either shut
He's
the mic
literally-
down or
I
he
mean,
got taken
that's-
away.
That might even be considered another act of terrorism.
Was he
Is he
it is.
making a threat to all
Yeah, you
those
can't
people?
threaten to do terrorism.
Was he
That's like you can't be like, "I'll show you what real terrorism."
Well, it's
I just
kinda-
like the idea that.
I mean, it does say it in plain language. Like,
I just.
I'll show you what real terrorism
But
looks
what
like
I like
tonight.
the idea is that he was assuming, like in good faith, that people
Everyone would be like,
take it,
"Oh, he's
meaning,
gonna
like-
make bad jokes."
Well, people would take
Yeah.
that like, "Oh, he's meaning that it's crazy that he would be
Right.
accused of domestic
Right.
terrorism. I'll show you real." But like, it doesn't come across that way in
They
writing.
just lock down the whole school
police-
again.
The police see you saying, "I'll show you what real terrorism looks like," and they go, "Well, you can't say that."
So we got to lock down the school.
Yeah,
We
we
gotta
gotta
lock down the fucking
send this
school.
man to jail.
Guys,
and
guys, stay in your dorms. Something's
something's
going
not
on.
quite right. It would have been cool to while reading that the dining hall just like just like a rocket ship, just like a pure rocket
Well,
ship, fires into the whole building, fires into the sky, like kind of hole until it comes down.
He
like
recedes
that,
the
huh?
whole
You'd like
thing
to
on
see
a
the
big
dining hall
hydraulic.
just
He
destroyed.
recedes the whole dining hall on a big hydraulic below.
Yeah, he's like
to save it from wildfires.
yeah, he locks the doors and he's like the
Plot
Joker
twist.
and he's like, "You want to see real domestic terrorism? I've dug out the entire foundation of the Porter dining hall and placed it.
We're going into hibernation.
Wait, it'll only take 15 minutes."
Wait.
He pulls out his phone, hits it. Everyone's like, zzz, and we go down. Big
The electricity's
It
not
gets stuck.
disconnecting.
It gets stuck halfway. Hold on, everybody.
Damn that bastard!
I like to-
that evil fool.
I like to imagine he just is at the open mic with a suicide vest on or something, you know, and he's like,
What did you guys think was gonna happen?
The ultimate punchline.
He's got a fake. It's incredible. He like doubles
People
down.
are
He comes
laughing.
with a fake suicide vest on. Like everyone's
Right.
gonna get it.
That's like, here's what I'll say. Like, realistically speaking, that seems like what he was gonna
What
do.
else
Like,
was he gonna do?
Like
Yeah.
he was gonna show up dressed like Osama bin Laden with like a
Right.
fake bomb vest
Right.
on, and be like,
I would
oh,
love-
so you guys are all anti-free speech.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he gets shot by the campus police.
Yeah, just like the campus police brought like trained
They
snipers.
finally have something to do that's like worthwhile. It's all
He's
their
on
training.
on stage.
There's one guy. There's one guy on
let him-
UCSC
they fully
police payroll.
let him do it up to the point.
Well, UCSC has its own.
Thanks a lot.
They have one. They have like the UCSC does have its own police force, and not a lot of people know this because it's not that many people, but they do have one trained marksman on the team.
Right,
they keep
right.
one SWAT sniper.
Yeah.
And he's like in
God, I'd love to be that guy. Oh my God.
oh my god, a tier 1 operator on the UCSC police.
He was a big
Oh
hit.
my God, what I do to be that guy.
He was a
He's
big hitter
X-Mil
in
for
Desert
sure.
Storm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was a big hitter. That's what they call it when he did so many war crimes that it wipes the slate clean. When if you do 39, you get prosecuted. 40, they're like, he's a general. You know, it's
What are
a
you gonna
wash.
do? Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a really
He's
good
so
movie.
good at his
That'd be
job.
a great movie. He's like, we've got you on a new assignment. You know?
You're gonna kill this
and he's
kid.
like, no, he's just the marksman for UCSC, you know?
There's
And then he
some-
goes there and he's like, it's like he's looking around, there's like blue hairs, you know? He's
It's
like,
like,
he's like, God damn it, what have I got myself into?
Or I like the idea that what if it's kind of like when Don Draper goes to Los Angeles and the trained sniper at UCSC, he's all like drinking, he's all like having ketamine with the blue. He's kind of like goes AWOL. He's hanging out with the blue hairs. He's like, man, you guys aren't so bad, and that's what makes it so gut wrenching.
He's got
when
his rifle over his
he
shoulder.
still has to kill the guy. Yeah.
He's like, maybe
Take the shot.
Maybe I'm
He
not.
says it for
shit, you
himself.
call this
Maybe I'm
research
non-binary.
Wait, what?
You ever notice the Nazi uniforms are gay? and that's the biggest issue with them, apparently. That's what I don't like about it.
I don't not like that. I think that's kind of cool.
Right.
I just think they're kind of homoerotic.
Yeah, with the leather and the skulls, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, well, like there was just
But
a lot of
most gay people aren't gay in a way that lines up with the Nazi uniform. That's like a subsect of the gay community, I guess.
a little bit. Yeah. You could go like Tom of Finland with that
Rammstein
kind of
gays.
stuff is kind of Rammstein gays.
Well, yeah, what was that?
do
fucking-
Haas suck my Haas dick?
Suck Haas.
Recently, I saw.
That's not funny.
Recently,
Should
I-
have changed the second word too. That would be my note to
Recently-
myself. Is
Their concerts are.
Suck cock.
Their concerts. Their
Suck.
concerts. They make me like a little. They do make me a little scared. It
Do
feels
Haas?
like the Germans are rising up again when I see Rammstein concerts.
You know what's funny? I went to
They got all the
Berlin.
fire and shit, and it's
I went-
like every time the guy sings, fire spits out, and it's like
Now at Albertsons.
they have this like big like.
Well, that
it
happens
looks
at that happens at John Frusciante concerts, dude.
I know, but it looks like the lighting and stuff. It looks like they're in front of like a big like government building.
I went
Their
to the-
stage set looks like a big government building.
I went to their I went to this pub crawl.
Wait.
In Berlin.
Wait. Suck cock.
You missed
Dude, I
it.
can't do it.
Suck cock, Mish. So
Suck cock, Mish. That one stays. Now we've advanced to where we changed 2 of the words, but not the third one. That stays. The rest of the song is the same. That's our big parody.
I went to this thing called the B-side pub crawl in Berlin, and my sister was like, you gotta go on this. You gotta go on this. And I was all alone and sick. I was all sick, and I was like, okay. And so I went on it, and it was terrible or whatever. And we're taking shots of Jägermeister, and like I'm all sick, and no one's talking to me. And then we go to this bar, and they're like, yeah, check this bar out.
We should wrap it up, by the way. We're at an hour 20.
It's got coffin tables, and it's got like spider webs in the corner. And guess what? This is where Rammstein used to hang out.
Damn.
And it's
You've
dead.
talked about this, too.
On the pod.
Not on the pod.
I think so.
You talked about the
Christ.
clock. And then you talk about the clock bar.
Yeah, that's different. That was in Prague.
Okay, this is a separate.
This is in Berlin, dude.
This is in Praha.
I'm a European traveler. So
yeah, you took that one trip. Where you were sick.
Same trip.
You spent 10 days in Europe just with the worst diarrhea.
I always wanted to hear about it.
I'm a world traveler.
I always wanted to hear about it. Now I think I'm finally at a point where I don't want to hear about it again. That trip.
All right.
I thought it was
just
so
funny because we went in there. It was completely dead. This bar was.
I'm just gonna stop it.
This bar was so dead. And I killed myself, and I'm just like I uploaded.
Yeah.
No, it was funny because it was fully dead in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is where Rammstein hanged out, and there was just no one in there. And they're like, oh yeah, and also Marilyn Manson used to frequent this bar.
I wish they'd still hang out here.
And it'd be like, yeah, it'd be cool if anyone was in here at all. And then we drank more Jägermeister, and this guy told me, he's like, oh, you went to Israel? Like I'm from Israel. And then I was so drunk, I was like, what are you in Mossad? And he
didn't like it.
And he was like, he got all pissed.
He was like, that's not very funny.
He got all pissed off at me, and I was like, yeah, maybe that wasn't the nicest thing to say to
that's
him.
not a joke. You could make that joke with an Israeli you knew.
You're right.
Probably.
But here's the thing. I caught him.
You think he was mad because he's like,
damn.
No. he asked a guy if he's in Mossad, and he goes, no, I'm here to see this club only.
Yeah, I like Germany.
It's awesome.
I like what happened
But
here.
he's like hunting Nazis. He's hunting ex-Nazis.
Yeah.
They do that still. Didn't they charge like a 90-something-year-old lady recently? A couple months ago?
All I have to do is like go to Argentina or
fuck, dude. Honestly, in my opinion, they just have to go to Argentina.
Good night.